I'm gonna tell you, Jay, I was a little jealous. I seen you on Kai Cenat. Now I don't know how you pulled it off because my kids went crazy about it, and that was a huge deal.
And I didn't even know.
You might not even know who the we talking about. Do you know who we talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Okay, I don't know if you watch YouTube, Killer, because I wasn't very aware. But I saw you. Now, can we talk about that and how that went? Because that was real. That was cool as shit.
Listen, man, I didn't know. I mean, I know who the kid is. I know who Kai Cenat is, and I knew of him. And I knew he had a crazy following, but I don't understand it. So it was, the reaction I got from it was a surprise.
That was a big deal, Dre. Now, I ain't gonna lie. That was a big deal. Us old motherfuckers, we was rooting for you. We were like, hell yeah.
So I got a funny thing for you where, you trying to get guys to buy in to, the business of basketball. That's a hamster wheel. Like, you constantly got to be on. Like, you got to show up for the game. You got to, pass the torch. You got to carry the torch. It's a lot of responsibilities as being a professional athlete. Like, you got to protect the shield. That's a part of it.
Yeah.
That's what this partnership's supposed to be. And so I'm trying to get guys that like, hey, man, make sure you sign up for this. Make sure you do this. You know what I'm saying? You got to check your finances.
Yeah.
I've been an athlete. I know how hard it is for them to be like, all right, let me call my financial advisor and say, let's meet once a month.
Yeah.
It sounds easy, but I know I know who's not doing it.
Exactly.
Which is unfortunately a lot of guys. And so I can't get the response that I would like because I just like, come on, fam. Like, come on. But when I tell you when I went on that show, how many players reached out to me, I'm like, this is what it took for you to buy in.
For you to check on your finances.
That's what. And so that happened randomly. Like, I wasn't trying to go on the show. I didn't ask to go on the show. I ran into him at a game, and him and his boys had them big, like 60s, 70s,
yes.
Suits. You know what I'm saying? They from the Bronx. And so they had their top hats on. Like, they were doing it. I'm like, yo, y'all going crazy.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, like, this is dope. You have some young cats. They 22, 21 years old. And so I started asking them questions. This is the question I asked any of them. How did you know you were good at this? Because I don't even know what this. I don't even know what this is.
That's a great question.
I don't even know what you do. I don't know it because I'm past removed from that generation. Yeah. So I'm like,
what is this? What is this?
That's a great question.
How did
whatever
you know?
it is, it's making money.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no doubt.
And so
it is.
I knew something was different about him when I saw him in a McDonald's commercial.
Yeah.
Right? So like T-Mobile, like, okay, cool. I see they trying to get to the youth. They trying to get to the demographic. I understand the consumer that T-Mobile wants. But I'm knowing like where I come from with McDonald's, like after a basketball game when I was a kid, I'm trying to go get that Olympic Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird cup, supersized.
I want that cup.
Because I know I'm only going to McDonald's like once every other month. Like, this is my opportunity to get this cup. So that's what I'm identifying, like, what McDonald's, like, when it was in its heyday. So I said, Kai, do you understand how hard it is to have an endorsement deal by McDonald's? Like, how many NBA players had an endorsement deal by McDonald's? Like, when LeBron's next on the Wheaties box, LeBron's next at McDonald's. Like, it's only reserved for them. Yeah. So I'm like, Kai, Kai, do you understand who you are? Like, I saw you in a McDonald's commercial. Like, I get it. I don't know what the hell it is you do. So, like, how you know you good at this? And he was like, nah, they just fuck with me. And I'm like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? And so now we starting to talk, and I'm understanding, like, he's smart because they get it.
Oh, yeah, he doing it.
So I'm like, all right, now what's your next 10 years look like? So I'm asking him questions. He's like, damn, you ask different questions. And so now I'm talking to his homies. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all stay on y'all game, man.
Yeah.
Because if you got a McDonald's deal, what's your market cap? And that's Bloomberg. Like, if you sold everything, your entire value, if you can get everything you could out of yourself, if you got 100% of your value, that's your market cap. Like, it's only 4 companies now with a $3 trillion market cap. Meaning if the company sold off every single thing and it sold all of its products, 100% is worth $3 trillion. And you're not getting that, but like they're just giving you this number. So I'm like, yo, if somebody paying you $50 million, you probably worth $500 million. So I'm just talking to him like that because that's just where my brain is. This is Bloomberg talking, right? So he's like, man, don't nobody talk to us like this. And I'm asking his homeboys the same questions, like, yo, y'all make sure y'all keep y'all circle tight, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay focused. Don't let all the, instant gratification keep you short-term vision, and I don't see you in 2 years. I need to see you in 10 years. Because once you phase out of this, what's next for you? Because there's going to be a next up-and-coming person. So how can you pivot this to something else as you get older and older and keep your community, the eyeballs? Because that's all it is the eyeballs. And so he was like, man, ain't nobody really show love to my friends like you did. And I was like, oh, yeah. I'm just regular. This is who I am. I'm like you, UD. Like, I'm just an outgoing person. I'm like chopping it up with my people.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, I'm going to LA. I'm doing this thing. Would you pull up? I was like, all right, cool. And I didn't get excited because I got a lot of NBA players calling me like, yo, get me on the show. Get me on the show. Like, they super excited. I'm just like, all right, if you want me to come on the show. Like, I didn't even think I was going on the show. I was like, I'm going to come out to LA and chop it up with you. I'm trying to talk business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got an idea, something I'm trying to do with him, with his generation and, NBA players or whatever. Yeah. And so he was like, all right, cool, worked it out, pulled up to the house. And when I walk in, I was like, yo, this young dude is crazy. I'm like, yo, this is. So you know how we got the set right here?
Yeah.
And you know how you watch some shows? Like, say you watching it's the morning show on Apple TV Plus, right? It's one of the big shows. And it's like based on like the morning show and all the scandals that happen on that. But you know how you watch a newsroom and it's like it's like 30 TVs on display. Yeah. They got the control system. Go to this channel, go to this set, go to this live, go to this feed, go to that feed. And it's like
he got the whole Ron Burgundy set up.
No, he had that in this house.
Ron Burgundy set up.
So when I walk in, I'm like, oh, y'all going crazy. Oh, you going crazy, twin? I'm talking like them now. Yeah. Oh, you going crazy, twin? Like, imagine this whole wall right here behind you, UD. Imagine that whole room is all screens and it's a control board. They switching flips, and it's this big house. They got cameras everywhere, and so this is the best way to explain it. It's like having a sleepover when you 10, 11 years old. So before you can get off the porch, you can't go out on the block. You and your homeboys like, yo, we gonna have a pillow fight, but then we gonna watch a movie. But then we gonna play paintball. But now we gonna play spades. All right, now we gonna play hide and seek. We gonna bring some girls. We can play hide and seek till the sun go down. Like, you kind of map out your weekend. It's you and your boys, but everything got to be in the house because you can't go outside. I'm like, oh, y'all playing sleepover as adults. Like, y'all crazy, man. But it was so cold.
It's a cool idea.
These dudes had a funeral for his hamster. Man, it was crazy, man. Because I'm like, I'm trying to figure out, like, yo, man. And so they set up. It's almost like Wild 'N Out, or it's almost like In Living Color. It's like improv. They just set up a set like they playing, sleepover. Yeah. All right, my pet hamster died. We're gonna do a funeral for the pet hamster. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was young, I had a sleepover with my friend, and I was on a bike, the front tire fell off, and I chipped my tooth. And so we spent like 30 minutes, like I'm crying because I'm young and my teeth fell out. And he was like, man, you good, fam? All right, we're gonna take a minute. We gotta take a break because Dre lost his tooth. But 30 minutes later, we're gonna go do something else. Yeah. So his hamster died, fam, it's really like 30 paid actors. He had a set that's a real funeral. They had a big, huge picture of the hamster.
Wow.
They had a casket. No, he had a real like.
What kind of casket, Dre, for the hamster?
It was like this big.
What kind of casket for the hamster?
I don't think the hamster was really in there, but the hamster really did die. And then he had a dude do like a eulogy in the black tie, like a reverend. And then he had people in there, and so we walked.
Did they have pallbearers? Somebody carried the casket?
No, it was already up there. But no, he had like, it's like everyone's dressed in black. They got on gowns. People got on their suits and ties. Oh, and I'm fresh from upstairs. We just came from another set. We was kicking it. I did a motivational speech. We laughing about something else. We talking about the LeBron block. We talking about this. We talking about that. So when I walk downstairs, I'm like, oh man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy as hell. Like, you try not to laugh because he's dead serious. So we sit down. And it's a black girl in there, like a black woman. She start wailing and crying like a black woman. Wow. No, not my baby, not my baby. Yo. And then his other friend is like, y'all should have took him. Why it had to be him? He should be dead.
Yo, fella,
so I start laughing, man. I put my head down. I'm like, yo, man. And then Kai's like, Andre, do you think it's funny that my hamster died? And I'm like, man, stop. And so then, like, once we done with that, go to the back. Now we hooping. He was like, yo, we gonna play ones. You know, we gonna play a game of horse, and then we doing that. Then we have another set. I'm just like, hey,
he
man.
got all this set up. He's
Hey,
playing
man.
all this himself.
Hey, man, you a genius, dog.
Wow.
He's a genius, man. Wow. And I think that's the power of our community, and that's why we got to keep looking out for each other. Because, like, man, this dude's got the most paid subscribers. Yeah. He got his own channel. He's got his own TV station, essentially.
I love it.
And then he just feeding it different shows, and this is how he's doing it. And so I'm just like, yo, this is how these kids are thinking. And so when you don't understand it, you can be like, man, our new generation's lazy. They don't want to work. They just want to sit in front of a camera. But when it's done the right way, it's like, oh, this is how we should be inspiring ourselves to create things because we're creatives.
Yeah.
And now we have the consumer. Like, I know who's buying my channel, and I know what they like, so I know what kind of commercial it wants. And I know I'm supposed to be a part of it. So, like McDonald's, I got 600,000 people that's coming to see me at a certain time every single day.
Yeah.
All right, make a McDonald's commercial. All right, give me the endorsement deal. You know what I'm saying? Get T-Mobile's coming. He got a Nike deal. Nike only had deals for athletes, not the entertainers. You know, Kevin Hart had one, whatever, Travis Scott. Now they got streamers.
Wow.
Kai Cenat got a Nike deal. Wow. This kid is different, man.
Wow. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout the fuck out. My kids love him. When I saw you on this show, that was a huge deal. So,
but I didn't get it before. I didn't get it either. And then now I'm like, oh, I get it.
I kind of got it a little bit when I saw him. I don't know if it was All-Star, it was a game, but I think it was the same game when you say he was dressed up in a suit. He was sitting right next to Adam Silver.
That was the same game.
Yeah, he was sitting right next to Adam Silver, like shooting the shit with Adam Silver. I was like, yeah, he got some
Yeah,
he got some shit with him. He sit right next to Adam Silver, locked in with him. So now that was dope, and all the old heads over here we was loving that. We felt like we was on the show.
Yeah.
The young fellas, my kids, are huge fans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when we go to the All-Star games, and when I take my kids to the All-Star games, they ain't trying to meet the players. They want to meet the YouTubers.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't give a about the guys in the game.
Yeah.
Like, they could care less. They've been growing up around NBA players their whole life.
It's very true.
So, but if they could meet him or somebody, or Speed, or somebody that's doing what he does.
Yep.
Because I watch Speed clips. Shout out Speed. I watch your clips too. That was funny as shit when you was with the alligator.
Speed is crazy.
Yeah, he was around with an alligator, trying to jump on an alligator back or catch an alligator or some shit like that. So I with Speed too. So, but when I watch all these guys and my kids, they show up to these events and they're not worried about the athletes.
Right.
They're not. They'll spend a day watching Kai or Speed and just watching the things that they do. Speed jumping over a damn car coming at them 100 miles an hour. Like that. My kids watch that shit all the time, and they love that shit.
Yep.
So that was huge, and that was a big deal for us. How was the pallbearer carrying the casket with the hamster?
By the time we showed up to the set, the casket was already up front where it was at.
Okay. I was just wondering, Killer. I was the pallbearer. Here you go. Rest in peace.
Yeah, that was different.
That's so funny. All right, football fans. Things getting real. Whether your team has made it to the conference championship or not, there are still plenty of ways to enjoy the game. Get in on the action right now with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. They're offering all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5. Do not let this slip away. Download the DraftKings app now. Sign up using codes OGs. The crown is yours, people. Stay in on all the action and use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings got you covered. Bet live on in-progress games right as they happen, making watching the game that much more exciting. If sports betting is not available in your state, don't even worry about it. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code OGs and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code OGs only on DraftKings Sportsbook.